Hey everybody, and welcome to the Street Angel Show's YouTube channel. I have not done an angel card or romance reading in a very long time. I have, oops, there went my light. So I haven't been able to do a reading in a long time for personal reasons, but I'm gonna be doing one right now. So I want you to think of your beloved that you would like this reading to be about. And if this reading doesn't resonate with you, then I encourage you to get a private reading. So that can be very much tailored to your energies of you and your beloved. This is a non-gender specific reading. You can assign the divine feminine or the divine masculine to either one of you, whichever fits appropriately for your situation. I'm going to use pronouns he or she, just for purposes of language. And I'd like to say a quick prayer over the reading. Dear God, Holy Spirit, please bless this reading and help it to be for the highest purpose of all souls, to guide people in their lives and help improve their love relationship and give them some insight and guidance. Thank you, angels, for helping to guide this reading as well through me. Amen. Okay, the first deck that I grabbed is the Whispers of Love. It's a really pretty deck, and I'm just going to pull for, let's start with the Divine Masculine. So a card for about the Divine Masculine. Speak the language of love. So loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Why is this? Love language is important. I recommend actually you can go on Google love languages and you can take a free survey on, and you can also encourage your beloved to do it so that you see what your love languages are for yourself and your partner, and make sure that you do things so that each of you can feel loved in the right ways. But this one about the language of love is build your partner up, give compliments, say kind things, acknowledge them for efforts they do, and just compliment their appearance or compliment their outfits, compliment their work, career, anything. Support them verbally. This is very important. So just be positive in your language with your beloved. It's really helpful in your partnership to do that. Call them up or send them a kind text right now. Say something cute or sweet. It's really nice to send little like GIFs, GIFs. You can Google like cartoon romance GIFs and pick some, copy and paste into the text and to your beloved and just cheer them up. Next card. Let's pull for the Divine Feminine. Romance. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. So that's awesome. This first card dealt with, language of love verbally. And this one is really kind of talking about quality time and affection or intimacy. So if you're in a partnership, or if you're able to, be with your partner physically, I would suggest, lavish on them with touches, hugs, kisses, cuddles, snuggling, caress their hair, give them a scalp rub their feet, rub their neck or their back if they're sore, rub their legs, give them affection, kisses on the face and cheeks and ears, neck, wherever they like to be kissed. Get creative with it, but this is encouraging you to. The Divine Feminine would really like some attention and affection right now. And the Divine Masculine needs affirmations and verbal cues. So, slight differences there, both good things, but I suggest both are good for both Divine Masculine and Feminine. Let's go to another deck. That was fun. Let's go to the Romance Angels. I'm going to pull a card for, let's see, the Divine Masculine. Pay attention to the red flags. So everybody might possibly have red flags. I mean, nobody's perfect in this world. But, whatever your partner's red flags are, take notice of them and maybe see what outweighs what. I actually once made a pros and cons list, and so you can do that. See which side outweighs the other, and but yeah, like, are they on drugs or have addictions? Did they cheat in previous relationships? Um, like, you're getting caution. Uh, Are they abusive? If you have an abusive partner, try to get out of it. Honestly, I know there's all kinds of fears involved in it, especially if you're married or with children or living together, but there are gazillions of free resources to help you if you're in a, domestic violence situation or abuse situation. And certainly, emotional and mental abuse is terrible. And I suggest you just try to distance yourself or block them, or that's going off on the really far end of the tangent, but nobody deserves to be, constantly put down or abused verbally or called names. You deserve better. Just believe it. Remember that. I once had a neighbor. I could hear her boyfriend calling her horrible names and screaming at her through the wall in Los Angeles. And one day she came over and hung out with me. And I told her, I can hear him screaming at you and calling you names and cussing at you through the wall. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm used to it. My last boyfriend did the same thing. And I looked her dead in the eyes and I was like, you can do better than that, right? You don't have to be talked to that way. You don't deserve that. She was a gorgeous girl, like, gorgeous Persian, mystical looking woman with beautiful wavy hair, just so exotic. And she looked at me like she had never thought of it before. Like, it hadn't occurred to her that she could do better. And because I helped her with that acknowledgement, she ended up getting a better boyfriend, and they've been together for years, and she looks really happy, and he doesn't abuse her. So tell yourself you deserve better and move on. Set your standards higher. Okay, so Divine Feminine. We're pulling a card for the Divine Feminine. Make effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So whatever comes to mind first, maybe make that effort. Take this whichever direction you think it needs to go. If you need to make effort towards your Divine Feminine, reach out and contact her, talk to her, show that you care. Do something. Don't sit around in the shadows and just admire her from afar. Like, she's probably yearning to hear from you, or that last card said she's needing attention and effort, and affection. So send her a cute something or other, a message, an email, a cute image, kiss her, give her affection, massage her, whatever comes to mind that you think would work for your beloved. Make an effort, Divine Masculine, or Divine Feminine. Make an effort. This is, both people are in this picture. However this resonates, whoever's watching this, maybe you're the one that needs to make the effort. Or maybe you need to ask your beloved to make an effort. If you're feeling some kind of lack, that's your clue. You have to be able to speak your needs, ask for what you want, bring it to the table, and see if you can come to an agreement or a compromise or a negotiation. Like, you can't get your needs met if you don't speak them. People can't always read your mind. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to another deck. That was fun. Energy Oracle. Energy Oracle deck. Alright, Spirit. What is the primary energy right now around the Divine Masculine? And I hear pick two cards. This one popped out. 6th chakra. Ooh. And oh wow. Out of this big fat deck, 2 chakra cards for the Divine Masculine. Okay, so we're talking about your third eye and your sexual chakra, which is right below your belly button, okay? These areas might need work, Divine Masculine. Tune in, open up your third eye and get insight from Spirit as to what effort you need to make on yourself or in this partnership, and tune into spirit for guidance. And then the sexual chakra, I mean, obviously it's a very powerful one in men. They have more testosterone. They're naturally built that way. You need to address your sexual chakra. Whether make sure your needs there are getting met, whether it's by your own hand or, if you need to have a discussion with your divine feminine about that department, now's the time. Or maybe you need healing. Maybe you need healing on these areas. Maybe you have a blockage that if you have any guilt or shame or blame, self-criticism, self-judgment on your sexuality or your masculinity, or your if someone's ever put you down in the bed, said you weren't good enough, or maybe you were sexually abused at some point in your life, you might have blockages, and these need to be cleared so that you can be fully in your flow of divine masculine energies and have that beautifully expressed in a healthy way. Some people have blockages if they have judgments over spirituality. If you have any judgments on spirituality or God, you might want to clear those up and just be open to all the infinite possibilities in this universe. That was an interesting pull, to be honest with you. Okay, we're going to pull some cards for Divine Feminine. And, okay, let's see. Divine Feminine, Divine Feminine, Divine Feminine. This one's popping out. Attachment. Divine Feminine, Divine Feminine. And, oh, 2 more came out, so I guess we're doing 3 for the feminine. Okay, put that one down. What we got here? Okay, for the Divine Feminine, first we had the attachment, and it looks kind of dark and kind of creepy. Then we got 7th chakra, which is your crown chakra at the top of your head here. Man holding a coin. So let's talk about these. So attachment. You might have a possibly unhealthy attachment to your divine masculine, or, if your reason for living is too strongly attached to him, or codependency is more on the negative side, or what else here? You got to have healthy independence and interdependence. You got to also find things that make yourself happy, not completely reliant on your partner. So identify your attachments and see if there's anything that you can let go of or loosen the grip on, or add more freedom. Surrender, but don't have an unhealthy attachment to your masculine, okay? That will actually be kind of a blockage or hindrance to the connection. It has to be like a free-flowing energy. If you grasp too hard, it just doesn't work. People tend to pull away if you are too strongly attached. I feel like there's more. And there's a mask. She's holding a mask here. I don't know if you can see that, but maybe attachment to ego. Love can really make you surrender, because you get to a point where you just don't know what to do, and you have to just surrender to the divine, which is the next card. Maybe that's exactly why this was next, is surrender to the divine. Put your crown on, Divine Feminine. Step into your divinity, step into your empowerment. Be independent, interdependent. Be your beautiful goddess, Divine Feminine self, okay? Put that goddess crown on and spread your wings. Release your attachments to outcomes and masculines in your life, and connect to God and Spirit for direction on how you need to make the effort, whether with yourself or your partnership. And this next one is interesting. Accept any kind of support that you get from the divine masculines in your life in general. If you have people offering you gifts or money or support, um, just take it, accept it. You need to work on your ability to receive and be open to whatever the universe hands to you. And I'm hearing also a little caution of, be on what it is exactly you accept, because you need to identify if what kind of strings it might have attached to it, though. Um, like for instance, you don't want to just be accepting a bunch of drugs or that's an unhealthy attachment and addiction. This is more related to, I'm saying, like, hearing, just be open to accepting abundance and help and gifts from whatever divine masculines are in your life, because a lot of divine masculines, they're programmed in a way and taught in a way to be providers, and that's how they express their care for you, is offering gifts or money or whatever, flowers, and that's an energy exchange, right? Whatever your masculine's holding and handing to you, that he's offering that, and with, if it's a positive intention, like, receive it, accept it, and say thank you verbally. Say thank you. It's very important to reinforce that in him. If you want to keep receiving, then show gratitude and affirm, yes, thank you, I needed that, or I wanted that, or I appreciate that. It's so important to build guys up, because a lot of people get really torn down in their childhood, or criticized, and it can shut that down if it's not nurtured. Okay, so I want to move to this beautiful deck called the French Vintage Stamp Love Oracle. All right, think of your beloved, and I'm going to pull for the divine masculine, or about the divine masculine. Snowflake crystal. It says, this love bond, unique as it is once in a lifetime. So, we all have really beautiful, unique soulmate connections as we move through life, and each one is going to be a unique relationship. Every single relationship in this universe is actually a unique entity in and of itself. Though it's never going to be replicated, and it could change and evolve throughout your life, throughout time. And so yeah, whoever you're thinking of, it is a unique bond. It might be a roller coaster, it might be a war zone, it might be difficult, it might be beautiful, it might be a beautiful combination of mess and disaster and dreamy all at the same time. It could take turns going back and forth from maybe it's a beautiful disaster, it's good and bad and everything in between, and just but you have a unique bond. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, divine feminine, for the or about the divine feminine. Ooh, this one popped out. Devotion. This love anchors you together. Nothing can separate you. No, I remember hearing somewhere, I don't even remember where it was, something about love cords in the heart. Love cords are invisible, obviously, energetic spiritual cords that connect one heart to another, one soul to another. And, unless you spiritually choose to try to sever that, and there are people that offer energetic cord cutting, but even with that, it can be a little challenging to completely drop the bond with a person. I mean, they're going to be in your head and your memory, and but you share a love cord, and when you think about each other, there it's a really mysterious thing, the way atoms and things work. Like, they you're bonded even if you're on the other side of the globe, even if you're even if in death, you could still, if one dies and the other's alive, you still think of each other. And so it I feel that devotion there. And you also got to just make sure it's not an unhealthy attachment. You can have a beautiful devotion to loving your partner, and that's, nothing's wrong with loving somebody. It's just when it comes with all the negative stuff on the negative side of relationships, like control, possessiveness, jealousy, those things are not good, and they will be a turnoff and push your partner away. And silent treatments could ruin a relationship. I'm going to pull another divine masculine this time. Lust. The divine masculine did have that sacral chakra card in the last deck. Pure sexual chemistry sparks between you. Unleash the energy. So, divine masculine, or, there might be a very strong sexual chemistry that, is around that love chord as well. I mean, usually it's all kind of comes together. You feel love and attraction and chemistry and sexual craving for somebody. Just make sure, again, it's not an unhealthy addiction or attachment. I had a past lover. I'll just be honest. Like it seemed like the partnership was built around the sexual connection, but I didn't really like his personality, and I put up with him a long time in the name of, the sexual connection, and it was just an unhealthy partnership the whole way. And I knew I had to cut it loose, and I finally was able to after a couple years. And you know, it's not really good to have a relationship solely based on sex, especially if you don't really get along or really like the person. That's kind of a red flag that you shouldn't be together. Okay, divine feminine, choice. Choice between two. Your heart already whispers the answer. Listen. Ooh. Divine feminines might have two guys fighting over her, or maybe she's got a past person coming to check in or ask if they want to hook up, or a current flame, or, trying to figure out what to do, which way to go. You have to just listen to your inner voice, and if you need to journal or meditate and journal, listen to what's stronger. You know, you'll hear it, which way you should go or what you should do. And yeah, okay, that was really cool. I love that deck. Could be a little bit of drama there. I would say don't go back to anything that was crappy or negative more than it was good. But if something was really good and maybe it just needed some time to apart to think, or I don't know. Everybody's relationships are different, and it's really up to you how you chart your life. So go with whatever is the strongest choice in your heart. But also, you have to also balance the mind and heart, so you come from a logical perspective as well. You don't want to be with someone that treats you like crap, okay? Do you really want to go into another cycle with someone that treats you like crap? No. Okay. So we're going to move on to soulmate cards. And pulling for the divine masculine wants to tell the feminine, love and respect your loved one's opinions, but remain grounded in your own truth. You're both wise and beautiful souls. Everyone has a piece of truth. This is a great card. So, your loved one might have all kinds of opinions about you or your work or your life or your appearance. You don't have to accept them, but and especially if you're getting abused, you should definitely reject that crap. But just at the same time, you have a right to your own voice. You have a right to your own truth, and I suggest you strengthen your throat chakra. It's blue, and verbalize your needs, verbalize your opinions. And I'm a strong proponent of don't lash out, and try to not call each other mean words or horrible, angry, hatred things, because that's really damaging to a relationship. But at the same time, if someone's hurting you mentally or emotionally, you need to point it out to them and tell them, knock it off. I need this to change, or I'm not sticking around. And if they keep violating you over and over and over, then you need to can that person. I'm just being real. Okay, a message from the divine feminine to the masculine. Try to look at things more from a feeling level. What is your heart saying? If you look at life purely through logic, you will always get to a point where it seems to make no sense. True wisdom and understanding reside in the heart. Wow, that's two messages for the feminine from two different decks, that you need to listen to your heart for your guidance on what to do in your current situation, in your current partnership, or possibly two relationships if you're, possibly torn between two people, or you're put in a weird position where, maybe someone from the past is trying to come back in. Look at that relationship and decide, how do you feel in your heart, but also make sure that maybe they need to have changed whatever behavior was hurtful, or you can get some therapy or counseling if you need it, whether on yourself or with your partner. I'm getting one tomorrow, actually. So healing work. So I'm going to pull from the Lover's Oracle. Let's pull for or about the Divine Masculine. For or about. Ooh, that's beautiful. Very pretty card. And it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Ooh. So there was this one time I was in my apartment in Washington, and I was not drunk or high. That's a very important thing to say. But Spirit showed me out of nowhere. I was just in my apartment, and Spirit took me to a higher realm, a higher level of consciousness, where it was like I was looking down on the earth and humans were like little ants, basically. And I was shown or told that there's this level of complete neutrality over every life form on earth. Everything in earth is allowed to exist simply because it can, because the universe is infinite possibilities, infinite people, infinite types, infinite personalities, souls, sexualities, appearances, colors, shapes, sizes, like infinite possibilities, infinite religion, infinite beliefs. I mean, and so this is kind of, it made me think, when there's no right or wrong, but your choices guide, shape your life. So and sometimes it's hard to know what the right choice is, but it's solely up to you. And sometimes meditation and journaling can help you get to a decision. I'm also a fan of flipping a coin. I pray over it, and I'll ask God, if I can't decide for myself, I go to higher consciousness or higher. I basically leave it in God's hands. I'm like, God, help me make this choice. Which way? Yes or no this way, or this choice or that choice? And it helps. I mean, if you're really stuck and don't know how to make a choice, come up with a way that'll help you make a choice instead of being stuck in a place of indecision forever. Okay, Divine Feminine. Oh, look at that. A feminine face. And it says, only time will tell. Well, that's tantalizing, isn't it? You ain't helping. Only time will tell, but I feel like we should draw another one just to get. So, any other help for the Divine Feminine right now? And it's a beautiful picture of almost looks like a masculine massaging the feminine, which is kind of something we talked about earlier. And it says healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. That's really beautiful. Say a prayer for your beloved. Say a prayer for their life, their health, their family, their situation, their work, their finances. Pray for your partnership. I can't believe I didn't say this. I wanted to say I've started a talk show, season 4, and it's all about partnerships and love and romance and helping people's relationships, not just with their partners, like their beloveds and romantic relationships, but also with themselves. I highly, highly, highly recommend you check them out. And especially the last one I made is all about improving and increasing your self-love, your self-acceptance, and your confidence. If you watch any of my talk shows, at least watch that one, because I think that will really truly help your life and help you feel better about yourself. It's really amazing tips, guidance, and advice to uplift your spirit and to help you manifest your dreams, not just with yourself, but with your partner. Because when you really are glowing within you and you got your goddess crown on, then you're coming from a stronger place to have a better partnership. So, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to also pull from Archangel deck. I'm going to pull one for... Actually, I'm just going to pull two in general, and you can take it as you want. Archangels want to say, remember who you are. Archangel Michael says, you're a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Be yourself. You were created unique. You were created completely one of a kind in this universe. And it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to have your talents. It's okay to have your opinions and your truth. And just be yourself and embrace who you are. And whatever has happened to you, just try to embrace and use that to take your next step and to grow with that. Okay, next card from Archangels. Beloved one, Archangel Shamuel. Archangel Shamuel says, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Wow, that's awesome. Aren't archangels just beautiful? I mean, all angels. Like, I'm so grateful that those were really beautiful cards, especially for a romantic reading. Remember who you are. Be yourself. You're very loved. You're a child of God. And then Archangel Shamuel says, we're helping you with your soulmate relationship. Pay attention to the advice in this reading. Make effort. Take action. Meditate. Journal. Listen to your heart. So this is my deck. It's called the Romantic Partnership Angel Guidance Cards. Let's see. And it will be for sale sometime on my website in the near future. So I'm going to pull a card. It says, notice the repeating signs from the universe. What do you feel they are telling you? So I had an ex message me today, and then right after that happened, I went outside, and for the first time in my life, I saw a black widow spider in my trash. I opened the trash, and it was like that. Like, what are the odds that a black widow spider would be upside down with its red butt right in my face? And I was like, whoa, black widow. I've never actually seen one before in real life. I've only heard of it and seen pictures. And I was like, is that a sign? I should not go back to this ex. So, yeah. Definitely. But I just, that was just an example. So, oh, wait, I wanted to pull one more. One more from the Angel Guidance relationship cards. Question this person's motives or intentions. Ask your beloved or him or her, what are the goals and desires of this relationship? Where do you think you'd like it to go? Like, near future or long time future with your partner. See if their actions line up with their words. Ooh, yeah. Go ahead and get that conversation on the table. See where it's headed, and if it's not going to go anywhere, you gotta decide from there what you should do. Okay, last thing is, if you are in need of some deep, beautiful healing, I suggest you buy my CD. It's for sale on my website, and it's a wonderful, deep sound therapy healing with sound tools, very specific ones, and it's followed by a guided meditation that's it walks you through each of your energy center chakras and helps you identify wounds, clear blockages, balance and harmonize yourself on every level, and fill with the Holy Spirit. So you will feel amazing. In fact, I've had the feedback on this CD. One person told me, a guy told me he felt like he cleared all his childhood wounding in the session, and other people have said they felt energies flowing out of their toes, leaving their body. So it's $25, includes shipping. It's available on my website, and also in the description box is my PayPal email if you just want to send me. Oh, and I do private readings. If you'd like a private reading, just send $40 and I will give you a private reading. My Venmo and my PayPal information is in the description box. Okay, everybody, God bless. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and be sure to check out my talk shows that can really help your life and give you amazing advice. All right, bye-bye.